Hello everybody, for today's video I'm going to finish this fence. We installed the panels in the back a little while ago, but as you see, this fence is pretty new. It was put by my neighbor, and he also included this section before we moved to this house. So I didn't want to take it down, and what I'm doing is I'm going to do a double layer. What I mean is I'm gonna put my fence on top of this, in front of this. This section I really need to cut it out because I wanna be able to see it from outside to match the other side of the house. So I'm gonna encounter here a little problem, which is this section is not long enough for the panel. So instead of having a little piece here with a post, which is gonna look terrible. So what I'm going to do is split this panel and have a more decent little panels instead of one large and one small. So with that being said, let's start it. First, I'm gonna dig a 24 inches deep hole to put the post. After that, I'm gonna measure how long is gonna be the top section and the bottom section and cut it according to the measurements. In this case, it's gonna be 76 inches for the top and bottom section. I'm gonna use my circular saw to cut the parts. As you can notice, the top part is very wide, so I need to double cut or cut from the bottom and the top of both sides. Now I'm putting some screws to keep it on place and start to put the sections. This is the U channel, so we need to put it in every corner to adjust, because according to the weather it's going to expand, so we need this kind of accordion per se space that you can adjust and let it expand and contract according to the weather. This final section is small, so I need to cut a little piece, and remember to cut it in burrs because they match. So you need to cut the other part that is not going to insert in the last section. So now, on the cut, you need to put the U channel and close the section. And now we install the top section. This is a little difficult doing it by yourself because you need to make sure it's going to be stable in both angles of corners, and always check the levels. That's very important. You don't want a fence like a mountain and valleys. Now is the time to take the old fence down a couple nails and brackets, all down and ready to install the new post and the nice vinyl fence. Digging the final hole and ready to close this section. In the top, we need to put some screws to avoid the top section to move and get the fence unstable. What I'm going to do here is prepare the concrete. Is something synthetic where you mix two parts and pour it in the hole, and that's gonna expand and fill the hole. It's really strong and it's better than concrete. It seals so dry in 3 minutes, so it's really convenient, and the difference is only $3 in comparison with the regular concrete. And also it doesn't take that long to dry, so you can keep going with the project without waiting for the concrete to dry. So that's very convenient, and only $3 difference is really worth it. You can see now how the liquid start to expand and fill all the gaps and the holes and fill it up the entire space. Now we are ready to install the panels and the top and bottom section. Now the final touch is a little bit of silicone on the top, the cups, and ready to go. Images from the before and after. The fence was terrible and it needed to be replaced. And this is the after.